What's happening, shaggers? Excuse the wet hair. I've just got out the shower after boxing. It's been a it's been a little while since I've came on and just spoke to the camera. To be honest, it's probably been nearly 2 years. When I first started in the online space, I was quite big on doing the talking head stuff and trying to provide some value to the camera. But what I noticed was I didn't have much value to share. There was nothing that I could tell people which was actually going to benefit them, or at least the people who I wanted to speak to. I wanted to speak to entrepreneurs. I wanted to speak to successful people. But the only people I could really help were people behind me in sort of the business journey. And that was pretty much no one because I just started out. It's like 24, 26 months later, we're here in Bangkok, hosted over 20 events, had multiple 50K months, a lot of them. We've built a team. I've got a girlfriend. I've fucked up quite a few times. Pulled it all back together a few times. Came home, went back out, seen the world, made friends, lost friends, lived quite an interesting life, I'd say. And it's in these 24, 26 months that I've actually learned a fuck ton about myself, about life, about business, the meaning behind anything. It's hard really to summarize because I want this video to be short. But the position we're in now is exactly the position me 2 years ago making YouTube videos wanted to be in. And although now I look at my situation, I look at the business, and it's not where I want it to be, but you gotta give yourself some sort of fucking credit, man. And that leads me to one of the points I wanted to talk about, and it's something I speak to my team quite a lot. And it's, we're doing quite well, or are we? It's that constant internal battle, like, how well are we actually doing? Cool, we can have 10K days, we can have 20K weeks, we can host 2 events in the same weekend in other different continents. We can generally change people's lives. But are we doing enough? Is there more things? Like, what are we leaving on the table? Like, yeah, it's good. 50K is great. It's more than I was making in a year back at home. But is it good compared to the levels that I want to be playing at? And then the answer to that is no. So for me, there's a huge internal conflict in finding acknowledgement and appreciation of what we've built. And then also finding that drive to be like, fuck no, Will. We need to keep working. There's so much more that we need to do. And that's a thought that I have every single day. Every single day I wake up and I'm like, let's go get it. And then like the mood swings will come. I'll be walking to the gym thinking, fuck, like I need to do X, Y, and Z. I'll be walking back from the gym, like, come on, we're ready for some onboarding calls now. It's going to be a 10K day. Like the emotional instability is fucking wild. Like my emotional intelligence in some regards is great. I've read a lot of fucking books. I've implemented all the information. I've built relationships. I've lost relationships. I've seen other people do it. But when it comes down to your own self, the advice that you'd give to other people, you sometimes struggle to action it yourself. And that's one thing I've tried to change. And I've changed that by increasing my standards. I looked around at my life and I was like, all right, cool, we're working really hard on the business. But Will, mate, your sleep's fucked. You're not in that good shape anymore. What is actually going on? So that's when I decided, all right, cool. Things need to get turned up a notch. And when you increase the standards in your personal life, everything else follows. So it's been a few weeks now where I've seriously tightened up everything. I'm here in Bangkok. We've signed up a lease for the first time, and we're going to the gym every single morning. We're getting steps in, going to the gym, hitting sauna, walking home. Deep work blocks, like actual deep work blocks. Calls with my team to understand where everything's going. And then afterwards we go boxing. We walk the box, walk back. So we're crushing 10k steps, having perfect calories and macros, getting the weights, and we're on the supplements. No peptides yet. But once I tightened up my personal life, everything else has seemed just to increase as a byproduct. Like my mood on calls, the energy that I'm delivering to my team, it's completely different. The energy I'm giving my girlfriend, it's all changed. I thought it was quite fascinating. Increasing your standards in your life is fucking huge. Like even your environment, like how tidy is your fucking room? You know, that's seriously important. I'm trying to think of what's actually happened since I last done the videos. And yeah, the events is a big one. We've hosted over 20 events for entrepreneurs. We're doing monthly events in the UK for the founders, monthly events in Bangkok now, one a month all over the world. Could be a different thing. And that was, when I first did that, I felt like I bit off something a bit more than I could chew, you know? It was an ambitious goal, and we set it. And then afterwards, I was like, oh, holy shit. And the only feeling close to that feeling that I've had in the past is like when you put your name down for a kickboxing fight, or your coach tells you that you're fighting in like 4 weeks, and you're like, oh shit, this is getting real. And that's the same thing with how I felt when I announced 36 events. It's like, holy shit, that's a lot of work. Not only do you have to grow the business, not only do you have to make the content, take the sales calls, manage the team, but we've also got to plan 36 fucking events. And I'll tell you one thing, organizing, lads, is not the easiest thing I've done in the world. But now, very fortunate, we've got a team that helps me. A team that alleviates that stress. I mean, there's some things which I'm not very good at when it comes to like detaching and giving full responsibility to people. Like I'm still checking things, and it's something I'm working on. But I understand that now when I hire, I'm giving it to someone who can actually do it better than I can. And then that gives you so much more headspace. So much more headspace to chat shit on YouTube videos like this. Things where people can actually see my personality instead of lifestyle reels on Instagram. Like, that's not fucking me. You know, they were posting reels. My old editor was doing them, and I didn't even realize he was sending them out. Stuff like when you open a daycare in Minnesota, or life after a year. Watched the bald guy on the internet, and I was like, "Fuck! This is my personal brand. This isn't aligned to what I want my personal brand to be." So yeah, it's giving me more time to focus on content. Look at the business from a bird's eye view. You've got some fucking astronomical goals this year. So I was like, how can we achieve them? How do we reverse engineer this? What steps do I need to take in order to make this happen? How can I make the product better? That's the biggest thing I'm focused on right now. How can I be the best? Not just the best, but by a country fucking mile. Like I don't really care how much money we make. Like I make enough money. I've got a lot of money in my bank now. I live in a sick condo, you know? So it's more about building something with impact, building something that I'd be proud of, building something which the members are proud to be of, and will never ever leave. So giving me time for content, giving me time for looking at the business and building the business. It's giving me time for more workouts, really. You know, that's the thing that keeps me happy. I get happy going to the gym. I get happy boxing. I get happy walking. I get happy running. All the things I want to do. So I do those things because they're hard and I like them. And it's part of me. You know, if you ask anyone in my personal life something about me, they will say that I'm a lunatic. I train twice a day. So I'm blessed to have that back in my life because that is a big part of me. Next one's reading. I've now got time to read, time to learn new things. Like right now we're trying to crack ads. So I'm learning that. We've cracked closing now. So like understand human psychology. We read the books. I invested 10k into one of my mates to teach me sales or increase my close rate. And doing those things is what ultimately like the CEO, the business owner should be doing. And also lastly, it's gave me time to do what I do best, and that's build relationships. That's network. I'm going for a coffee every single fucking day at the minute. Just meeting new entrepreneurs in the city, like kind of getting feedback from them. When we tie that all together, I would have never been able to do that if I was just doing it by myself. So I suppose a lesson from that is I've learned to delegate. I've learned to let go. I've learned not to hold on and let things stress me out. Although I'd be lying if I've said I've completely cracked that, to be honest, because even with the event stuff, every few hours I'm putting a message into the chat asking for updates. So in hindsight, I'll take that back. I'm probably still a bit shit at that. But I'm trying, you know. We've set up a daily call with the events team, which I'm not in, and the only thing I get is a summary after it. And I see the WhatsApp messages in the chat. We've got a whole, I can show you this actually. We've got, so this is WillyNet OS. This is like everything. I don't know how well you can see this, but this is everything we have. This is like Task Central, so all of the team's tasks are in here. And then now we've just created this one, which is the Event Central. So we've sorted it by city, event date, priority, assigned to, assigned by, and then what it is. So now all I really need to do is check over this, make sure shit's getting done, make sure things aren't overdue. I mean, I don't even have to do that. And then obviously we've got our whole events thing here. We can see all the events in every single month, which keeps us pretty locked in. So yeah, learning to let go. There's so many more things I'm trying to learn. And I guess that's the point of these YouTube videos, to try and share my learnings, document the journey of becoming a very successful CEO with a phenomenal team that gets phenomenal results and a product which, in principle, is fucking amazing, is morally correct, and in practice works like a charm, and something that people want to be in, something magnetic. Hopefully I didn't ramble on about too much. I had so many different things in my head I wanted to speak about, but hopefully this just starts the momentum. Maybe I'll get better at this. By the way, if you're watching this and you were one of my subscribers from when I used to post those Talking Head videos 2 years ago, I appreciate you. Leave a comment. Let me know if you do watch it, or if you did watch them. Yeah, that's all for me. Peace, boys.